Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my setup for the month of October. I know October has already come, but I took a little bit to set this month's theme up, mainly because I was starting to gain a big love back for bullet journaling. I think it's been a while since I've been truly excited about a theme, and I'm slowly trying to regain that enthusiasm that I once had when I first started bullet journaling. And so for this month's theme, I decided to do a sort of garden core theme. My whole theme was centered around a garden aesthetic. So for the cover page, I wanted to do this really nice and simple painting of a picnic setting with a little basket, and just to top it all off, I decided to paint a little duck as well. I'm not sure if it's just me, but when I think of garden core or basically a picnic aesthetics, I always associate that with ducks as well. Hence why I decided to paint one as well. And this painting was pretty fun to make. I started off with a really dark color for all the grass in the background, and then I slowly started to build it up with slightly lighter colors. I used a photo on Pinterest as a reference for this painting, so there were some moments in the video, I think, in which I have my phone on the side as a reference point when I'm painting. So yeah, I think for this painting, the biggest problem I faced was painting the picnic mat. I think even until now, I still have a little bit of trouble with painting fabric and clothes, and just having slight difficulty kind of picturing where the creases and the folds will be, how a cloth kind of behaves naturally. So that was like my biggest difficulty for this painting, but I just tried to paint a little bit of shadow and highlights, and I think it's decent. Definitely not realistic, but I think it's good enough for this painting. I used my Himimiya gouache for it as well. I mostly use gouache whenever I do my painting, and I'm actually running a little low on my gouache. I've been using it for around 2 years now, and it's starting to run out a little bit. I've actually been thinking of buying a different brand of gouache as well. I know that the Holbein gouache tubes are super pretty, they have super saturated, and the colors are just amazing, and I've been thinking of buying them, but they are pretty expensive, so I've been holding off on them, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, after I'm done with the initial painting, what I did was to scan it into a digital copy on my Procreate. On my iPad, I decided to letter out the word October as well, mainly because I kind of wanted to keep the original painting intact, hence why I decided to scan it. And at the same time, I also outlined my duck a little bit and just changed the settings a little bit to just increase the contrast and the saturation. And I actually learned about this from Jenny Journals. I know she always likes to scan in her paintings before pasting it into her bullet journal, and that's what I tried for this month. I kind of like it, and I like how it allows me to do further touch-ups to my painting, be it in terms of like changing the contrast or the saturation, or even working on outlining things to make it a little bit more defined. I'm moving on to my calendar spread. My calendar spread is going to be super simple as well. I decided to do a little painting in a small like bookmark style. So I'm just gonna paste that in on the right hand side of my calendar spread. For October, actually, I decided to switch things up a little bit. If you guys have been watching my past few videos of my setups, then you would know that I I always like to paint or use my color pencils or even my markers to just do my bullet journal setups. But for October, I really decided to switch things up. I feel like I want to get more into digital illustration. I have been super inspired by Season Jones on Instagram. I've been following her art non-stop, and there's just something about her art that just really inspires me, and it has gotten me more excited about digital illustration. I have been having Procreate for I think 2 years now. However, I have been using it as well, but just not that frequently. And now I decided, why not try to combine my bullet journal with digital illustration. And yeah, that's just something that I am trying out for this month. I'll see how it goes and I'll see if I like it. One thing that I really like about digital illustration is the ability to just bring my iPad along with me wherever I go. I do have quite a busy schedule and I'm not always at home. It is quite difficult for me to set up my bullet journal because I don't have long stretches of time at hand at home to do all these bullet journal setups. So what I do is to bring my iPad with me, because then it allows me to do things on the go, and it has been so helpful in just kind of bringing things further along. So later I'll be showing you guys some illustrations that I made on my iPad that I've printed out and I'm going to use in my weekly setup. So stay tuned for that. But for now, this is my fave log. I decided to do a little kind of wooden board as well, which was the same as the cover page. This time around, I decided to add some strawberries to the mix. The left side of my fave log was a little bit empty, and I decided to just paint strawberries. I love strawberries. They are like one of my favorite fruits actually, so I decided to just paint them. I think strawberries are probably the fruit that I most enjoy painting. That's all for my fave log, super simple. And for my one line a day spread, I did like a lazy person method. So what I did was to just crop out part of the painting that I did for my cover page, and I just printed them out and used it as on the bottom part of the page. So it was super quick, and I love that because I just need like all the time that I can have. So moving on to my last spread, which is my weekly spread. This is what I was referring to when I was saying that I was doing some digital illustrations on my iPad. Another thing that I like about being able to do digital illustrations is that it allows me to always go back and forth. If I don't like something, I can just redo it really easily as compared to if it was an actual painting. And then it also allows me to print it out multiple times to use in different spreads. So I think that's what I'll be doing as well. And then I just cut them all out and really had a lot of fun just trying to see where everything fit with each other. And yeah, this is my weekly spread. I love it. I think it's super cute. That's all I have for October. I can't wait to set the rest of my weekly spreads for October. So if you guys want to go check them out, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I just created a new Instagram, so do give it some love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!